Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the next topic, that is soaps and detergents. So soap is nothing but it's a sodium salt of a long hydrocarbon chain. Okay. For example, you can consider sodium stearate and a sodium palminate are the good example for the soap. Okay, that is sodium stearate, that is C7H35COONA. This is a sodium stearate, and sodium palminate, it is C15H31COONA. Okay, the soaps are nothing but the sodium salt of a long hydrocarbon chains. Those are considered as a soaps. These are the examples: sodium stearate and sodium palminate. Okay, sodium palminate, stearate, sodium stearate. Okay, these two are the example. Still, so many are there. So I have considered two example of soaps. So next is we will discuss about what are the raw materials required. So raw materials required for the soaps are raw materials. So vegetable oils or animal fats, then you require sodium hydroxide, and a pinch of a salt. These are some raw materials required to prepare a soap. These are some raw materials. So if you consider like vegetable oil or animal fats combined with what? Combined with a base, that is sodium hydroxide, will give a soap plus glycerol. So this reaction we are considered as an saponification. Okay, the vegetable oil or an animal fats combined with the sodium hydroxide will give the soap and a glycerol. This is a general formula we have considered. So this preparation or this formation is called as a saponification. Okay. Then what is the cleaning action, or before going to cleaning action of soap, we will discuss about the structure of a soap. So soap has tadpole like structure. So for example, it is like this. So we are consider this one as an head and this is as an tail. Head and tail, like this. The soap structure will be it's a tadpole like structure. This will considered as an head, this one as an tail. It's a general formula. I will write like RCOONA. So this is head part and this is a tail part. Tail part indicates any alkyl group will be, okay, like it may be a CH3COONA or C2H5COONA, anything. Okay, this is a tail, this is an head part. Head part contain the ionic components and tail part contain the non-ionic compound. So what you meant by ionic compound and what you meant by non-ionic compound? Which dissolves in water are considered as an ionic components, which does not dissolve. These are dissolved in oil. Okay. So in this you will consider two forms, that is one is hydrophobic and hydrophilic. Okay. So what do you mean by hydrophilic? Hydrophilic are those are considered as a water loving. Okay, so water loving are ionic components. So COONA, whatever the head part we are considered, those are considered as an hydrophilic. Hydrophilic means water loving. Then hydrophobic indicates water repelling things. Okay, hydro like non-ionic components are nothing but a hydrophobic. So it will repel the water. It will it will attract towards the oil. And these are the head part, that is hydrophilic. These are towards, it will attract towards the water. Hydrophilic and hydrophobic components that will forms a soap structure. Okay, next we will take a cleaning action of soap. How the soap will clean? Cleaning action of soap. Okay, so you consider a one bucket of water. Okay, how exactly the cleaning action will take place? Okay, then add a soap in this bucket. Okay, then the soaps, whatever the particles will be there, that will be arranged randomly. Then if you add a dirt, a shirt or a cloths in these things, then the arrangement of an soap particles in such a way that, so which are the ionic components are there, that is nothing but an head part, it will go towards the water, and non-ionic components, that is nothing but a tail part. Non-ionic component, that is tail part, this is hydrophilic towards the water, this is hydrophobic, it is away from the water. So whatever the dirt in the cloth is there, that will be attracted by our non-ionic components. Okay, the oil, whatever the dirt present in a shirt, so the non-ionic part will, like non-ionic part indicates that the carbon chains that will attract towards the dirt, and remaining the head part, that is ionic components, away from the dirt, that is towards the water. So that will break down the dirt into a smaller pieces due to a thermal excitation. Okay, that will take place between the dirt and the water. So that will break down the dirt into a small pieces that will be floating on that water surface. With that, it will clean the whatever the dirt present in a cloths. The limitations of soap. Okay, so the soap cannot be used in an hard water. Why? Because the hard water contain the calcium and magnesium that will interact with the soap, and that will form the new substance, that is nothing but a scum. Okay, so what you mean by scum? That is nothing but after washing, you could have seen, then in your shirt something white patches will be there. So those white patches are due to what? A formation of that is undesirable substances, or undesirable form, that is that precipitant we can consider as an scum. Okay, after washing you can check out, after drying that you will get some white patches. So those white patches we are considered as scum. That's why we cannot use soap for in a hard water. Okay, then advantage is also there. So if you use the soap, it is a biodegradable substance. Soap is a biodegradable indicates, so which can be reused. Okay, and which will not harms our environment. Those are considered as an biodegradable substances. Now next one is detergents. Detergents are also the same as the soaps. It is a sodium salt of a long hydrocarbon chain, that is hydrocarbon chain of a sulfonic acid. Sulfonic acid, that is we are considered as RS. We can write this one as RS triple O Na, so that you can consider RSO3 of Na. Okay, this is R is any alkyl group you can consider, like it may be a CH3 or C2 H5, like that you can consider. So it is also a long chain of a sulfonic acid. Okay, so what are the raw materials required for this one? It is same. The main raw materials required for preparation of detergent is petroleum. Petroleum is the main raw materials required for the preparation of detergents. Here also the structure with an the same as a soap. Here also you will have a hydrophilic and hydrophobic. Okay, that form will be there. Then after that the whatever the uses the detergent and soap, the both will be of a same form. The main drawback of this detergent or my main limitations of this one is, so it is a non-biodegradable. Okay, so if you use the detergents in a large quantity, those will be not be disposal. So that will be remains as it is, and that will get polluted our environment. That is the main limitations of detergent and soap. Soaps are the biodegradable and detergents are non-biodegradable. So after cleaning action of detergent or soap, if you consider, that will form an arrangement. Those arrangement is considered as an micelle. Okay, like the how exactly the cleaning action take place, how the hydrophilic and hydrophobic particles take place, how they are arranged. Those arrangement we are considered it as an micelle. And some limitations. I will give some difference between the detergents and soap. Okay. For soaps, first difference is it is a sodium salt of an carboxylic acid. It is a sodium salt of an sulfonic acid. Okay, this is a sulfonic acid. It is carboxylic. Both are sodium salt of a sulfonic acid. It is sodium salt of an carboxylic acid. That is the first difference of soaps and detergents. Okay, it is. Soaps are less soluble in water. It is less soluble in water. You can check, okay. Then detergents are more soluble in water. It is more soluble, and soaps are less soluble in water. Then it will here for a soap less powerful in cleaning action. It is more powerful in cleaning action. Okay, and it is biodegradable, and this is non-biodegradable. Okay, only like then only small amount of detergents is required to clean the clothes. Here large amount of soap is required to clean the clothes. You can make it as fifth difference. Small amount, here large amount is required to clean the clothes. Here only a small amount of detergent is required to clean the clothes. These are the some difference between soaps and detergents. Okay, thank you. This completes carbon and its compound chapter.